In a world overrun with the fake, delusional, and disingenuous, he stands as a beacon of truth. He is Abuki Cabal. You are listening to Abuki Cabal.
Welcome to the Abuki Cabal Show. You are listening to Abuki Cabal, the analytical savage.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Today I'm going to touch on a topic that a really close friend of mine wanted me to go ahead and address, and it's this red dress run that they have down in New Orleans. It's supposed to be for like fundraising and whatnot. Me personally, I feel like, okay, fine, it's a fundraiser and whatnot, but this is pretty much a relatively new development where you're starting to see masses of supposedly straight black men running around in dresses, and it is being celebrated. I personally feel this is just another affront to black masculinity. And by and large, a lot of black men are going for it. They're being encouraged by a lot of women to go ahead and do it. And being told that this is not something that would cause their masculinity or their manhood to be called into question. And I take issue with that. For centuries, men have determined what is deemed to be appropriate for other men to engage in, how men should conduct themselves, how boys should go from being boys and make the transition into what would be considered manhood. And yet we find that being challenged day in and day out by this new movement in this country to soften the day-to-day interactions of men with women and with other men. And I don't think it's gonna end well for us, or society as a whole. I mean, these women are conditioning these men to do things that they may go for temporarily, but no woman wants her man to be running around, in a dress, whether it be for a fundraiser or as a joke, or the way they ushered it in Hollywood through comedy, dressing up as female characters as comedy, which is, I think a lazy form of comedy. Like a lot of professional comedians think that it's a lazy form of comedy for a man to be dressed as a woman and bumble around, stumbling and acting, foolishly to the point to where it becomes something that is readily accessible or acceptable. I'm going to read a little bit of the history about this fundraiser. Apparently, it originated in New Orleans. It's called the Red Dress Run. and it is an annual charity event where participants, primarily adults, wear red dresses and enjoy a 2-mile run through the French Quarter, followed by festivities.
Oh, hell no!
It's a fun, quirky tradition known for its lively atmosphere and is a major fundraiser for local charities.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Fun, quirky tradition known for its lively atmosphere and is a major fundraiser for local charities. Again, okay, the event is organized by the New Orleans Hash House Harriers and has raised nearly $2 million over the years, according to a YouTube video. Okay, key aspects of the Red Dress Run. Again, it's a charity event. The Red Dress Run is a significant fundraiser for various New Orleans charities. The costumes, the costumes are obviously a red dress, and it is mandatory, but creativity in costumes is encouraged. The location of the run starts at Crescent Park and winds through the French Quarter. Festivities. The event includes live music, food, and drinks, with festivities spilling into the French Quarter after the run. Wow. I don't know. I just can't see. I can't see myself doing anything like that. I can't see my son doing anything like that. I just can't. I can't even imagine, where this would be. Something that's acceptable, for us to run around.
Just like a woman.
Just like a woman. I just don't think that's cool. And I don't think that's ever been cool in my, many, many years on this planet. I've never thought that was a cool event. Back in the day, this would have just not been an acceptable thing. You'd have been stoned in the streets if you were out here running around trying to do something like that. And we're gonna take a look at some of the footage from the event, and it's rather raggedy, in my opinion, and other people are entitled to their opinion. But as you can see up here, there are quite a few people that are running around, muscled up, looking like Popeye characters in these red dresses. Okay, the age restriction for this event, participants must be 21 years or older. The historical context of the event, the Red Dress Run tradition is rooted in a bit of New Orleans serendipity. One version says the event started when a woman who didn't have her running clothes showed up at a hash house Harriers run in a red dress. Okay, another version suggests the tradition began in 1987 when a woman named Annie Henderson wore a red dress to meet the Hash House Harriers running club in San Diego, according to a Mason Pierre Lafayette. All right, the event has grown from a small gathering to a large-scale fundraiser over the years. All right. Okay, and it goes on. It says, what does a red dress mean? Okay. If you ever wonder why so many people are dressed in the red dress in New Orleans on the second Sunday in August, look no further than the Red Dress Run. Okay, and again, we went into the history of it. Okay. All right. All right, let's take a look at some of the things that are going on in the red dress run. Okay. All right. Pulled up my trusty Facebook there so I can click on it. As you can see, you got the fellas running around here with their, with their dresses on and their red tennis shoes, and glasses, and acting, as if this is cool. Wow. I don't know what you guys think. Does that look like it's something that you want to see your men in your city doing? Look check out old boy in the back there. He got his butt cheeks all out in some little bitty shorts. Dudes wearing ball gowns. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. 2025, we got a whole city full of black men running around in dresses. I remember the episode of Archie Bunker where he said, there ain't no black fags, and the guy, he said, I dare you to go out and go find one. And what he meant by that is if you go out there and that's a slur today, had to use it because that's what he said, to give you the context. However, the reason why he said that was because that was not something that you saw in the black community, especially among black males. Black males were hyper masculine figures during that time, even from the 60s, the 70s, the 40s, whatever era you wanted to see them in before, say, now, you had black men being hyper masculine individuals, but you start to see in recent times more and more, you starting to see women, almost black women, girlfriending up, black men and encouraging them to engage in this type of behavior. Meanwhile, men were saying, no, that's not something we want to be a part of. That's not something that we encourage. Up into the 90s, they were saying, you had even the black church that was going against, things like this. But now everybody's been basically scared into accepting any feminine presentation as being something that's okay and not necessarily a threat to our community anyway. But I beg to differ. I just don't. I don't think this is a good thing at all. If you want to go out there in some red and a male esque situation, your shorts, whatever. You see a lot of guys out there that are not wearing dresses, but they are focused on showing these black men in dresses so that they can low key encourage other men to get out there and do the same type of stuff. And in my opinion, this is crazy, So, sorry about that. Yeah, this is crazy, But, let's see here. So one of the stories that was on there, basically you had a young lady, basically her boyfriend, I think it was. Let me get this back here. Yeah, boyfriend. No, it was a husband. Sends his wife a picture of him and his homies from the Red Dress Day in New Orleans, and she tells him not to come home. Okay. So one of them wasn't going for it. She didn't think it was funny for her man to be out there, you know, dressed up with a bunch of with his homeboys going out there. Let me tell you right now, I don't know any of my friends, and we still talk up to this day. I don't know any of my friends that will be cool with any of this. And some of them, one of my friends is from New Orleans, you know, and you know, I don't think he would go for this. I think, you know, he would never be out like that, you know. But this is a new day. Like I said, this is being encouraged by the powers that be, you know, to blur the lines between male and female presentation and how we carry ourselves. And I think this is going to lead into, you know, a whole lot more fluidity. And, you know, we see where that's getting us, you know, a lot more of this type of blurred lines is causing a lot of increases in a lot of certain behaviors and an uptick in certain disease patterns also. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know, on to the next one here. It says every August, New Orleans throws a red dress run that benefits local charities. This year, straight men came out and represented. You know, see, you know, they're big up in straight men coming out and you know, getting involved with this. But you know, traditionally that was not the case. Like I said, in the past, when this event took place, it was mostly women who were wearing the dresses. It was not men. So now, like I said, and you know, with the historical context, it said that basically most of the women who engaged, who took, you know, participated in the fundraiser, basically wore the red dress. You know, men did not do this, but now here recently we're starting to see more of these men and you know, running around in dresses doing this. And this kind of makes me remember back, I think it was a couple of years ago, maybe even farther back than that, where they had a whole bunch of men in a fundraiser wearing heels, a whole bunch of men, you know, walking around in heels for some kind of, I guess, cancer fundraiser or something like that. A fundraiser for, I think it was cancer research, you know. But it seems like more and more you're having these events that are for either you know, women's charities or things like that, and these men are encouraged to go out on a limb and you know, do things that are not masculine at all, and makes them look foolish, you know. And these images are going to be all over the place, you know, where you're going to see people, see these guys, and they're going to show these to kids and to young folks, and young folks are going to think this is cool, and then the next generation will be doing more and more of the same, you know. But, you know, like I say, I don't think this is a good situation, you know. But see if we can pull up another one here.
No pace was too slow at today's red dress run through the French Quarter. Maddie Kerr takes us to that route where scarlet fashion stretched as far as the eye could see.
Imagine thousands of men in red dresses chugging beer and calling it a workout. Welcome to the second Saturday of August in New Orleans. This is the Red Dress Run, where the only thing tighter than the dresses is the beer budget. Thousands of people descend on the French Quarter, rouged up and ready to celebrate.
Accentuates all the curves.
Very flattering.
Right. You'll see a lot of shoe choices. Some will be brave with their heels. Some go just to match the outfit.
It's a 2-mile run, and I use that word very loosely, through the French Quarter. And yes, hydration is taken very seriously. It's 21 and up, it's messy, it's fabulous, and every dollar raised goes to local New Orleans charities. It's a come-as-you-are event put on by a local running social club, the Hash House Harriers. And for 30 years now, people come from all over the world, and truly, little preparation is needed.
I ran the first few minutes with them on, and I thought, it's not working, so I just took them off and ran the rest with bare feet, so it's just easier.
That is a bold and brave thing to do in New Orleans. I hope you didn't step in any puddles.
Oh God, no, definitely not, no.
You never know what's in those puddles. So if you're wondering what peak athleticism looks like, this is it. Lace, leg hair, and a whole lot of beer. And after the race, the party bleeds into Bourbon Street with pop-up block parties all throughout the neighborhood.
He's ready to watch all the people come by. I was at Lafitte's Hotel yesterday, and people were checking in and they said, I want to make my reservations for next year also. So this is an annual event for everyone.
This is New Orleans, and this is the Red Dress Run. Reporting from the French Quarter, Maddie Kurth for Fox 8 Local First.
Really, this climate here.
Okay, so yeah, so there you have that. I don't know. You guys, tell me what you think in the comments, and we will we'll bounce it around. Tell me, guys, whether you think this is a good idea, or whether you think that this is just yet another affront, to black male masculinity and our position in the society. Pretty much. I know this seems like it's all in fun, but each one of these, a flood starts as raindrops, and you get enough raindrops, and you can flood a city, and pretty much, that's the way I look at all of the different aspects of these social incursions that are taking place, that are basically causing men to basically start doing things, as if they're women. Start walking around like their appearance doesn't matter. Everything is fun and games, and we don't have to protect our visual image or any of that anymore. And I just think that's just one thing too many. But I don't know. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments, and we will take it from there. You guys have a nice night, day, or evening whenever you're listening, and I will see you on the next one.
Comfortable feeling that this prosperity isn't something on which we can base our hopes for the future. And yet our government continues to spend $17 million a day more than the government pays in. You told me you gotta go spend money if we can go bankrupt?